wants a bike?
This holiday season, the nonprofit Cycle is helping second graders pedal their way to success. Students in Title I schools who reach their literacy goals get rewarded with brand new bikes and helmets, encouraging both reading and active living. Executive Director Rebecca Roberts and core team member Jonathan Alfaro join me to talk about their biggest bike build of the year and how you can help. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, before we do anything else, shout out to Scotland, where you're originally from.
Scotland, we're through to the World Cup. We're going to be coming and invading the USA again next year.
All right. So obviously originally from Scotland, but
Yes.
Got to Texas, got to Houston. You're now the wife and mom of 3 boys. Speaking of bikes, do you remember the first time your first child got a bike?
Oh, yes. It was a little blue one, and there was snow outside, and he went outside and he rode it. No training wheels, age 4.
Oh, okay. You know, it's
And you?
Yeah. Okay, mine was I got a boy Schwinn, and then yes, my mom was like, I go, Mom, they're all making fun of my bike because it's a Schwinn, but it's a boy bike. So then I got the yellow banana seat bike.
Oh, Miss Cool.
Yeah. All right. And then your first bike?
My first bicycle, I was like probably 10 years old, and I didn't want to get off of it.
Yeah, right? Well, it's a sense of freedom. It's our first car, if you will. But there's a lot that goes into it. Also responsibility and the whole bit. Okay, let's back up. You started out volunteering with Cycle, which at one point was called Elves and More, which I had volunteered for over 20 years ago.
Yep.
And so it's now called Cycle, but you went from volunteer to actually being the executive director, but also there was a twist. There was a realization that giving someone a bike because they couldn't afford it was one thing. But
it's so much better. You know, I hate that term skin in the game, but if you have something to work towards, that value is so much greater. Now, we all need to know how to read. Literacy is the key to everything.
And we have a problem in this country
We
and
do.
in our city and in our county.
In our state.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very low literacy levels. So we worked with the educators and we said, what is the best? What is the best age? 2nd grade. In 2nd grade, you're still learning to read. When you transition into 3rd grade, you're reading to learn. If you don't have this basic tool at this point, you're not going to go to college. You're not going to graduate high school.
Marginalized jobs and the poverty level and the whole bit. And so you have to play catch. It's harder to play catch up than it is to catch somebody
Very hard.
early on.
So
right?
get them in 2nd grade. You have one more touch point occasionally in 8th grade, but the children have to be so motivated at that age. So much better to get
and
them
also
at
have
2nd.
access to programs that can give them that extra time, that extra help.
Exactly.
All right, Jonathan, you're a core team volunteer. First, what made you decide to volunteer for this?
The happiness of the kids, the smiles everywhere I go and drop off bicycles. It's nice to look at.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
All right, and you work for Davis Brothers Construction.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're part of the process as well. They help out as
ma'am.
well.
Yes, we could not work without them. They deliver bikes to a lot of our schools, and on top of that, we actually have our office in their building at no cost.
Oh,
and
nice.
right now, I have 700 bikes in their warehouse. And they just keep on smiling and saying, Rebecca, how long will these be here for?
You're right. Well, the nice thing about saying 700 bikes, that's how many kids rose to the occasion. That's important because, you know, we go back to some of the statistics. Less than half of HISD 3rd graders are meeting reading standards. And those reading standards are not high.
They're not. They're not. They're really not. So we go into the school. We say to the teachers, carry on doing what you're doing, but set a little goal for these students. Make it an achievable goal, but make it a little bit difficult, you know. And also please have them have good conduct. You could be the best reader, Little Miss a perfect attendance and honor roll, but
She's talking about me. Oh, stop.
I know all about her. And you could be naughty in class because you're bored.
She's still talking about me. Yeah.
The conduct is very, very important. Yeah. So right now I'm receiving from all of the schools, they're filling in their data. I'm seeing how many children have achieved their reading goal and have achieved their at least a satisfactory or excellent.
And there's something else that you do here, because so many times when we talk about problems in education, we'll say, well, the teachers are this, the education system is this, well, the parents aren't doing this. We always leave out, there's somebody else who's responsible, and that's the student from the get-go, right? And so this student realizes the power that they have. Whether somebody else is failing them in the system, they have a lot of power, and that's what they can realize when they are able to earn these bicycles. Okay, last year over 12,000 bikes were built, 86 schools were served. To date, nearly 200,000 bicycles awarded in the greater Houston area. And how that basically manifests itself in our community are these kids who got that head start, who probably have a better quality of life and can contribute to society in a different way because they learned that lesson and because they passed that hurdle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always say, it's the biggest medal they're ever going to learn.
Oh, that's,
right?
yes.
You know, you get all these medals, but
yeah.
Is there anything bigger than this?
Yeah, that can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so when it comes to these bikes, how the general public can help, because you mentioned you got all these bikes in there, they
Yes.
need some assembly to them, but it doesn't take much. As a volunteer, you don't have to do much, so walk us
Yes,
through this.
ma'am. So when you take it out the box, the seat, the handlebars, the pedals come separate with the tire. So basically when we put the tires on, you just worry about the safety pins.
Drop it on. Can I say they've made it much easier than they did back in the day?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, because back in the day, which I remember, you just got the bike completely all done. There was no assembly. You just basically was done. So you had to have a big car to take it home in. But today they come in the parts for convenience and everything else. But this is what people can do. Now, see how easy it is to help volunteer. But there's something else that happens when people volunteer as well, knowing that they're doing something good for the community and good for kids.
Absolutely. And the best thing is, we'll see a lot of families will come in, and we open to the general public a week on Saturday, and it's going to be down at NRG as always, and they're going to come down and they're going to build bikes, and there will be teenagers. Really? My dad brought me here. By the end, they're like, can we come back this afternoon, please?
That's right.
This was awesome.
Oh,
and they
right.
have such a sense of achievement.
Okay.
Okay, are you going to get on it?
Yeah, the last time I
but
got
you
on the
don't have
bike,
your helmet.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, that's
yeah. So it's great for the family to do, especially this time of year that we call Thanksgiving and what people are thankful for. Thank you all so much for what you do.
Thank you.
It's such a great creative way that has great benefits for everybody. Want to help with this year's biggest bike build? Head to greatdayhouston.com to sign up and choose your day to volunteer. And your website?
Yes, is www.cyclehouston.org. You will be asked for a donation, and we would love to have you down there. And on top of that, Deborah, we do a lot of builds with corporations. They do team building with us. In fact, this afternoon, I'm off to do another build with 25 bikes at somebody's office.
Okay, I will see you at the World Cup. Yeah,
Definitely.
She keeps calling it football.
It is football, and
it's not football.
You'll have your tartan scarf on.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Duncan. Yes.